Hello, good evening. Good evening. Good afternoon, everybody on YouTube and Instagram. Hello, we are live here today at Miss KAYKRIZZ. Like I said on the stories, and we have our baby River here. Say hello. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hi. So today we're going to do a mini seminar, or I'm going to talk about self-confidence. So this is something that has been dear to my heart, and it's something that's very important if you want to pursue a career in the aviation in the future, or if you just want to pursue your dream, whatever dream it is. Okay. So I'm going to share with you today on this video how I gained my self-confidence. Yes, how I gained my own self-confidence from literally zero confidence. I was a very shy kid. I was always aloof. That's what my friends will tell me. Even up to now, I'm still aloof. Even sa mga events, I'm really shy person. But when it comes to the occasion of an interview or somewhere I need to speak publicly, somehow I was able to overcome that aloofness and overcome my shyness and be able to have confidence in myself. So today, I'm going to share with you how I gained my self-confidence. So that's our topic for today. Feel free to comment down below. So this is going to be an interactive session so that I'll be able to answer your questions, okay? And also, before we start, I just want to say hi to everybody. Hello. Comment below where you are from so that I could give you a shout out. So yeah. And River is here also. Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, you're so cute. Yes. Hi. Say hi, Ninang Mara. Hi. Good job, anak. That's good. Okay, so Isha Baghel on YouTube, she's saying, hello, mom. Good vibes. Oh, she's sending me good vibes, I think. And let's wait for the comments. Star Diaz05 is from Bulacan. Hello, madam. Hello, Bulacan. Kumusta kayo sa Bulacan? Okay. For those who doesn't know, on my channel, I'm from the Philippines. So yeah, most of you guys are from the Philippines as well. 8, 9, 10. You say hello. Hello. Hello, everybody. Okay, so today's session is going to be jam-packed, and this is something really close to my heart, like I said. So I'm going to share with you my personal story, how I was able to gain my self-confidence. So if no one else is going to ask for a shout-out, we can now start the... Yeah, River is trying to read A daw, A. Okay, we're going to start now our session, okay? So we're going to do this with my kid because there's no place for him to go. His brother is sleeping. Okay, so I remember I started searching how to become self-confident. I really remember the day. It was when I was 13 years old. My father and I were going to National Bookstore. It's a popular bookstore here in the Philippines. And on that day, my father said, okay, get anything that you'd like, and I'm going to pay for it. So out of everything in National Bookstore, my 13-year-old self, instead of getting like a toy or stationaries or a Harry Potter book, I picked a book out of every book there in the bookstore. I picked a book called Self-Confidence. Okay, so it's my very first book on my library of books that I have collected throughout the years. And because it's just a small book, it's almost as small as this book. It's a self-help book, and it's easy to read, but you know how books are before, the days before straightforward writing is. It's very dull, and you really have to really think about what they're trying to say in the books because it's really not straight to the point. Okay, so yeah, that's what happened for me. And so that's how I was able to first try to find answers on how to be self-confident. Self-confident. My son, really. He hasn't slept yet, so ayan. Okay. All right. So my first tip or my first step for gaining self-confidence is I read about it. I read about how to have self-confidence, and that book really helped me a lot. I was just starting high school, I remember, and I was nervous to start high school. So I really wanted to be confident because I'm going to a new school wherein none of my current schoolmates are going to be. So I'm from public school and I'm going to transfer to a private school. So I was really nervous because I don't know anyone there really. So I was the only one from my school who's going to transfer there. So yeah, that's the first step for me. I read about self-help books, and actually what I learned about that first book that I bought, or my father bought for me, is I really learned that self-confidence is really the true meaning of self-confidence is to be sure, being sure. Okay, so you just have to be sure of yourself, or to be sure of what you're trying to do. So whatever it is that you want to have self-confidence in, for example, you want to be confident in speaking in public, so just be sure of uh, what you're trying to relate, or what is the message that you want to say. So being sure in yourself. And also that book taught me that being this is going to be related to the second topic that I wanna discuss, is the book really told me that self-confidence comes from within, and it has to be based on something. Most of the people, they base it on their religion or their spirituality. So for example, if you're Catholic, you believe that you are a son of God or daughter of God. So from there, that's where your confidence is based on. Confidence is not being arrogant or being the loudest person in the room. It's really about that sure thing that you have within you, that you are sure about yourself, and it really most commonly comes from the truth, which is the truth about you. You are a son of God, or you are a divine. If you are into spirituality, they will say that you are a divine spirit having a human experience here on earth. So as a divine being, you are really sure about yourself, or you are somebody who has to be confident in themselves, because just for the fact that you are a divine being. I hope you get what I mean. And I hope I'm not rambling here. But yeah, that's how I first learned about self-confidence, through these books. And throughout the years, I also read a lot more other self-help books. So that was the preliminary book that that's how I discovered self-help books. So it's the first book regarding to improving myself that I have bought, and because of that, I read a lot more books that helped me a lot with my self-confidence. For example, The Magic of Thinking Big, that also helps a lot. Okay, so that is my first chapter on how I gained self confidence. I read about it, and I tried to apply the learnings I have in my high school. But you know what? It wasn't really it wasn't really applicable to high school, because high school is high school. But at least I got to find out where self confidence comes from. Okay, we have a comment from Instagram, Mima Morena. Name a good book to read about self-confidence, please. Okay, I really like yeah, I forgot the name. I think that was Richard Gordon. Yeah, Richard Gordon, his book was Self-Confidence. That's the first book that I read. And I could recommend that. And to add to that, you know what? Let me just finish my whole talk today, and so I could explain to you why I would recommend other books na. Okay, so aside from reading self-help books, like for example, anything about the topic of self-confidence or self-improvement. Okay, for example, The Magic of Thinking Big, like I said already, and Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Also, How to Make Friends by, ano ba yun? Sino ba yan? How to Make Friends. Dada, do you know that author? Very sikat na author. How to Make Friends. Oh, yung isa, you just send it to me. Yung girl. Captivate. Yeah, Captivate is also a good self-confidence book. Captivate by Vanessa.
How to win friends and influence people.
Yeah, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So that's a really good book. Okay, even though it's not really just self-confidence, but there's a whole other thing, but it also speaks about it for most of the time. Okay, now we will continue with our planned discussion today. So that's how I first gained self-confidence, by reading books. The next is by reading the books, the books told me that I have to base my confidence in my spirituality or in my religion. So based on the truth, knowing that I am I am a daughter of God, I am the son of God if you're a guy, and everything should stem from there, from that truth. Okay, so the next thing that helped me is religion or spirituality. Okay, so I say spirituality because it is some. What do I mean by spirituality? Religion, we all know what religion is. Whatever religion you are in, are you a Muslim, are you Buddhist, or are you a Catholic? So depends on your religion. For sure, there have a truth telling you what you are, why you are here on earth, and how you should live your life, right? And above religion, I discovered spirituality. I say spirituality is actually um, when you have that knowledge that all religions are correct, all religions are trying to guide people in the right way, and aside from just following the rules of your religion, spirituality is actually um, trying to live the virtues or live the religion. Spirituality is something that happened to me. It's like an awakening. It is like, for example, there is a veil on your face. It's like you remove that veil, and then that's spirituality. I don't know how to explain so much more, but when I dive into spirituality, I discovered self confidence. Why? Because spirituality taught me, aside from unveiling all the all the mistruths of the world, or all the things that you don't notice before but now you see because you're more awake spiritually, um, knowing that there is a source God. No, there's a source God, and you can connect to that. You can connect that to yourself, and inside of you is also a part of source. It's the same as what they teach in religion. It's like, you're a daughter of God, right? You are made in the likeness and image of me. So that means, why should I not be confident if I am made from God, right? So in spirituality naman, they are teaching you that the source is God, and the source is actually love itself. And love comes from the source, and it is also within you all along. So all you have to do is try to find the love inside of you. Love, you don't have to get it from outside. It's actually already inside of you. So when you know that truth, and if you resonate with that truth in your life, you automatically become more confident in yourself. Because you don't have to get the approval of another person, to get the love of another person. Why not? Because you already have the love inside of you. So that love will give you peace, that love will give you strength, and that love will give you the confidence that you need to do whatever it is that you need to do. Either it's an interview, or go for your dream girl or dream guy, or go for your dream career. Okay? So yeah. I hope that it's making sense. Let me know in the comment if you have any comments about what I'm saying here, or if you get what I'm saying, or if it's all a blur to you guys. It's not making sense, but I really hope that it does make sense. Really, River, don't play with Mama's laptop. No, River,
River, come here.
go away. Okay, somebody's commenting on the comment section. Is there any contact lenses for color blindness, red or green? No, there is none, I think, so far. So, yeah, I think you cannot be a pilot if you are colorblind, but I've met a few cabin crew who are colorblind. Okay, River, go there, go there, go there. There, very good. Mhm. Okay, so Mima E. Morena. Mimi, I think it's Mimi Morena. She say, I want to thank you also because just because of your help and your videos on YouTube, I had job come in Dubai. Thank you. You're welcome. And yeah, stay safe there in Dubai. Ria A. Pascual says, hi, Miss KAYKRIZZ. Hello. Okay, so we'll continue on with our discussion today. Thank you for being here. So now, we're continuing with the story on how I gain my self confidence. So the moment that I have become spiritually awake of who I really am, what am I doing here on earth, and when I realized I didn't have to ask love from outside source, and that love is really inside of me, I don't feel like there is something that I need from the outside world anymore, and I can just be me and be happy. So that's what happened. So I started exposing myself. Okay, the next part of my journey is exposure. So I started exposing myself. When I have a different point of view of who I am, I'm starting to, the rational thing to think is any skill, you can have any skill, you just have to practice it. So I started exposing myself. So that is why when I was trying to be a cabin crew, I started applying to all hiring so that I could gain confidence. Because for me, I look at it as practice. It doesn't mean anymore that I'm not questioning myself anymore, even if I make a mistake. Because for me, it's exposure. Exposure means gaining experience, and through experience, you get more confident because get used to the feeling of nervousness, or you get used to the feeling of speaking in front of other people or speaking in front of a recruiter. Then when you get exposure to that, you get used to the feeling, all the emotions that will flow through you, then you'll be more used to it. Then it's much easier for you to navigate through all of that, nervousness, preparation. So I exposed myself. I went to, even if I'm from Cebu, I would go to Manila to get a flight attendant interview. Or I also when I was a kid, I also tried applying for different sports, even though if I am really not a sporty person. So if even when I fail, it still hurt my ego, but it doesn't hurt as much because I already, learned about um, my self-help books. I learned about, where self-confidence comes from, and I already learned about who I really am on the inside, and the outside is doesn't matter. What matters is I get my love or I get my validation from the inside. So it's not from the outside. It's not from what other people will say to me. It's not from what my friends will tell me about me. So when you do that, you're much more willing to take risks, and you're much more willing to make mistakes. And when you make mistakes and you take risks, you learn. You get experience and you learn. So I did a lot of things to try to gain a lot of skills that I wanted to have for myself. And one of them is self-confidence. So one way that I do that, I did expose myself to is, aside from sports, going to a lot of interviews, doing a lot of doing a lot of speaking practices. Actually, my YouTube channel is also born because I want to practice my speaking. So if you could see my cringe-worthy videos before, I'm not so good at speaking before, but when I started doing the exposing myself to YouTube, and started to learn more about speaking on a camera and trying to just get my message out there, it really helped me a lot to gain my skill. So exposure, mistakes, learnings, and then I gained skills equals confidence. So that is how paunti-unti, slowly but surely, my confidence is building up. Okay? All right. So I hope that we're going to read some comments from Instagram. And let me know also on YouTube if you have any comments. We are going to feature them. Okay? So some comments on Instagram. Oh no, I can't read. Okay, there we go. Srinivas, I have color blindness, but I want to become cabin crew. Should I apply for that? You know, the answer for that is, this is not related to our topic. But okay, I'm gonna answer your question. Color blindness, it will depend on the company that you are applying for in their policy if they will accept it or not. Because here in the Philippines, some cabin crews or most cabin crew application process will include the medical, and the medical will include test for color blindness. And yeah, some companies will accept, some companies will not. So I'm saying that because here in the Philippines, I know they will not. But when I was working as an international flight attendant, I have a cabin crew, co-crew, who is actually colorblind, but very, very slightly colorblind, not really, just not full color blindness, okay? Just a very slight color blindness. So he got the job, but most probably most other airlines will not be giving you the job because it's a safety risk. You have to be able to see colors, especially for emergency procedures. But yeah, I cannot speak for all airlines, guys. I cannot be their spokesperson because I'm not their HR. But I'm just telling you, it's going to be depending on their company policy. All right, next question. JSM Lauron. Hi, Miss KAYKRIZZ. Maraming salamat sa mga heartwarming messages. Thank you, JSM Lauron. Ayan. Mr. Dark and Handsome. Hi, ma'am. Is it okay to become FA even if I'm a BS pharmacy graduate from, is it Thailand? I don't know this country flag. I think it's Thailand. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. All right. How do I introduce myself? Impressive, from Vietnam. Okay, that's not our topic today, but I have other videos that will help you introduce yourself. Go check it out on the YouTube channel. Okay, so now let's move on to continue on with our topic for today, which is how to gain self-confidence, wherein I'm sharing with you my own experience or how I gained my own self-confidence. Okay, all right. Okay, the last but not the least part of my confidence journey was here, healing emotional wounds. Okay, so when you are, maybe if you're asking yourself, why am I not confident? If you're watching this video, you might have asked yourself that already, and you might not know the answer. But if you really dig deep inside, you might find out that you have an emotional wound. Maybe when you were a child, somebody talked down on you, or somebody told you that, ask you, who do you think you are? Why are you so confident? You know, or which is normal because when we are toddlers, we are really, really makulit. We are really, really a handful, right? So sometimes our parents will use different tactics just to calm down our energy because we're being too much as a kid, right? So sometimes when these things happen, we create wounds in ourselves. So those wounds then become limiting beliefs about yourself. And sometimes those limiting beliefs revolve around self-confidence. So in my own journey, when I started healing my emotional wounds or really looking into what my childhood was, and really examining the narrative or the story that I tell myself, I found a lot of things that is related to self-confidence and is telling me or causing me not to be confident with myself. So for an example, okay, let me get you an example. When I was a kid, my aunt was the one taking care of me, and she was also my teacher in school. So one day, my aunt and my father, they had a argument. Okay, they were fighting with each other. But then I was in the middle of it. So what happened is when I was back in school, my aunt started calling me out in the middle of the class, like humiliating me in the middle of a class. She just said, she asked me to stand up, and then she asked me why I didn't give her a Valentine's card. And then I was confused because I don't know what to do. And then she started going on and on the whole class about how I am a thoughtful child and how I was a beloved child, but then I changed, something like that, blah, 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 blah. And then it was like the most humiliating experience in my life. I was only 9 years old. I was in grade 3, okay? So because of that experience, I had an emotional wound about speaking in front of other people. So I only found out about this because I was really trying to heal myself. And also, one time when I was now an adult, fast forward, I am now a cabin crew in Oman Air. And one day, this is how you will know that you have an emotional wound, guys. So one day it was triggered because we were doing a refresher class. You do refresher class every year as a cabin crew so that you refresh yourself with the airline procedures and airline, SOPs. So when we were doing our refresher, the instructor suddenly asked me to stand up and asked me to move chairs. And for me, it was so humiliating and I was so offended. I was crying out of nowhere. So it looks like an overreaction. But then I realized later on, it was actually because he is triggering an emotional wound. The familiarity of the situation is so familiar with my it's so familiar with my situation when I was a kid. So there, I have an emotional wound there. And so I have to go back and heal the emotional wound. So then I'll be more confident in myself when it is in a classroom situation. Do you know what I mean? Comment down below if you're getting my story. And yeah. And if you don't, probably in the replay, let me know on the comments so that I would reply to you guys if you are relating to my story right now. Okay, so if you have come to this part of the video, thank you so much for sticking to our story for today or our live show today, where I shared how I gained my confidence. Again, let's recap how I was able to gain my confidence. The first is I read a lot of self-help book. And second is I base my truth on my religion or spirituality. And third, I expose myself to gain a lot more skills and experience. And when I do have skills and experience, then I gain much more confidence. And the fourth is when I started healing my emotional wounds, then I was able to really fully express myself or be happy with myself that I just shine with confidence. Okay. So those are my journey. Those are like the main journeys that I had to go through to get to where I am today. So I hope this video helps you, or I know the feeling being there, being in that situation where you're just asking yourself, why can't I just be confident? Why can't I just fake it till I make it, right? Or why can't I just go for my dream, go for my dream girl, go for my dream boy, or go for my dream job, or go for my dream business? Why can't I just do it? So if you guys are asking that question, and you're wanting to go through your own self-confidence journey, I hope that my story gave you some clues on how you could do it as well, or how you could be more successful in getting confidence. So let me know, guys, and I really hope that this helped you. And by the way, this session is brought to us or powered by Ready for Takeoff book. This is my book right here. Just have to pay the bills, guys. So, shameless plug. This is Ready for Takeoff book. This is the book where I wrote how I was able to systematically pass the cabin crew interview, because I've been going through different interviews in my life. Okay, like I said on our point number 3, exposure, when I was trying to get exposure for myself, I was going through a lot of interviews, and then I was able to do a step-by-step process, which is very effective both in domestic and international airlines. So this book has it all. This is the book that helped me pass my flight attendant interview, and I have wrote it down step by step, so it is easier for you. You don't have to do an 8 years trial and error like I did, guys. So this is only for 500 pesos. It's available in Shopee, Amazon, and on my website as an ebook, misskayKRIZZ.com. ko. Okay? So, you can get this book online or physical version. It's up to you how you want to get it. Okay, so yeah. And with all that said, we're going to read some more comments that we have here on YouTube and Instagram because yeah, we're doing this every week. So stay tuned, okay? Next week, if you didn't catch this live session next week, next Saturday, I'll be here at 3 p.m. to talk to you guys about something that could help you achieve your dream. Okay, so this is the channel for you if you're looking for something like that. Let's read some comments on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Innocent Shan. Okay lang. Okay, sabi niya, plano ko rin mag-BS Pharmacy pero gusto ko rin maging FA soon, kaya lang okay lang ba? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Okay lang po. Ako nga nursing. So, walang pinipiling kurso yung flight attendant. Ito, another question by Brian Hungwang. Pwede po ba kayo magkwento ng experiences at work when dealing with colleagues when you felt they are negatively affecting your self-confidence? Okay. Well, marami akong kwento about that. And actually, it is a hot topic. Okay, it really is a hot topic. Siguro there are a lot of things that will help you, that will really affect your confidence, especially if you're already not confident in the first place. Okay, and you go to this field where everybody is looking like a supermodel, everybody have a fit body. That's gonna be a trigger for you. So yun yung first experience ko. You're gonna look at yourself and you're gonna think, oh my God, I have to keep up or something like that. Yun yung isang kwento. It's so funny though. Yeah, looking back at it. But yeah, but honestly, in all reality, that can really affect your self-confidence because you are going to be exposed to a lot of beautiful people, you know, with all colors, shapes, and sizes. Okay, everybody's beautiful in your colleagues. And the next thing is, you know, seniority is real, especially in the Philippines. They're gonna bully you, especially if you're the new kid in town. That's just how the way it is. Whether you're a nurse or in the military or you're a teacher, people are gonna bully you. That's just how it is in the professional world. So for those of you who are just, you know, fresh grads, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, or that really happens. But this is the silver lining, guys. The silver lining is that the people who get bullied are the people who are predisposed to it. So for example, you are bullied at home, parang you're holding on to that wound and that's your identity, you're gonna attract more of it. So kaya nga in my story today, I was telling you how I was able to gain my self-confidence. You have to heal your wounds. You have to develop confidence within yourself so that when you get attacked by bullying, like for example, they will just put a target on your back, something like, you know, si Wat Chile and Shanshai, exactly like that. They put a target on your back and everybody, all the airlines will bully you because you are the target of that week or of that month. So when that happens, taking you know, taking that truth or taking comfort in the truth that you are, for example, if you're Catholic, you are a daughter of God or you are a son of God. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, they won't affect you, because if you truly take in that lesson from our religion or our spirituality, if you truly believe in that, it won't affect you guys. So you just let it ride out. So that's what happens. So yeah, bullying is real and negativity, it will happen. It all depends on how you react if things or shitty things happen to you, okay? So it will all depend, the ending will all depend on you, okay? So yeah, so you have to work on your confidence. This is work, guys. It's not something that you wake up, oh my God, I'm confident na. So the more confident you are, the more at peace you are with yourself, the more these negative things will not happen to you. Trust me, because it's the law of attraction, okay? All right, so next comment. Hello, ma'am, from Sanu Gupta on YouTube. And Courtney Clarkson, where to buy the book? It's available on Amazon.com or on MissKaykRiz.com. for the electronic version if you're not in the Philippines. But if you're from the Philippines, you can get my book. Okay, I'm just gonna write it here on YouTube so you can see. You can get my book at SHOPEE.PH/KAYKRIZZ. That's my Shopee shop. So you can get the book on shopee.ph/KAYKRIZZ so that you can get it on cash on delivery as well. So I just don't know outside Metro Manila because of the ECQ. But now it's right back on stock. We have a new stock here of the book, so you can get it now again on Shopee. All right. Okay. So now we will read comments on Instagram. Ayan, 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 ayan. We have a new comment from Ria Pascual. Hi, Ria. She said, yung nakasulat po sa book mo na sample answer, same lang po ng nasa video mo sa YouTube? No. No, it's not the same. Shirinivas M, what is the difference between cabin crew, flight attendant, and air hostesses? If they're all the same, why the names are different? Okay, Srinivas-M, they're all the same. It's actually because of our society that it's been changing. When we first started the aviation industry, we were called the air hostesses because that's the era of air hostesses. It's called the era of the golden age of aviation because the job is kind of like different from being a prime job of being, it's like you're hosting a party, okay, in the air before. So it's really glamorous. It's all glam. It's all very, very strict. They really have that strict requirements. Like, for example, your waistline, very ridiculous requirements, guys. Being able to speak different languages, things like that. So it's really a glam job before, and it's a lifestyle job before. And then later on, it has become a career. Because before, if you get pregnant, you were not allowed to fly anymore. You're goodbye forever. So it's like you have to be single to be a flight attendant. So now, when it has become an official career, women rights, women rights has arisen, and even air hostesses have to have maternity leave and blah blah blah, things like that. Then they're called flight attendants now, because also when flying has become a little bit less glam because it has become mass produced. We have more flights now. It's becoming more common now. So it has become a flight attendant. It has become a real job. Even if you have a family or not. I say real job. It has always been a real job. But I just say real job because you have the real benefits of a real job. Okay, maternity benefits and all of that. And then next now it's called cabin crew because now we work as cabins and we work as crews. It's not much anymore where we are like the glam, the glam job as it was before. It's more like you're commuting and these are the crew that is helping you. Something like that. That's my own opinion though, okay? So yeah, you can do your own research to check it out, guys. But that's just what I'm thinking right now. Okay, love you so much, Miss KAYKRIZZ from Monrovia, Liberia. Thank you. All right. Okay. River is here. It's just less makulit now. He's playing with his iPhone. All right. So ito. Oh, we have a question from Brian Hong Huang. He's saying, saan po malakas ang workplace bullying, Philippines or Middle East? And what would you recommend that we do to let bullies realize we are wrong people to be bullied? Any experiences? Okay. This is a really is out of topic, okay, but yeah, it's controversial. So, mas malakas sa Pilipinas because you are required to say hello, hi to everybody, but it's part of the job naman talaga. But sa Middle East, I will not say na it doesn't happen. It also happens. So when it happens to you, just know that this flight will end when the airplane lands. That's it. You leave your job on the plane. That's the good thing about our job. We don't fly with the same person over and over again. As much as possible, I try to have a very long patience and not make patol. Huwag yung patulan. Not fight back. Just do whatever is within your rights and within your within your job. Okay, so mostly the bullying will happen like this. They will tell you, okay, you're new, you don't know anything, you don't know what what is happening. Okay, something like that. They will not say that to you in your face right away, but they will, if you're new, they will observe everything that you do and will, it's like playing tennis. It's like every mistake that you make is a point against you. So if you're new and you don't want to be bullied, don't make a mistake. You have to study before your flight and you have to know what to do during your flight. So you are not expected to learn everything. There's going to be student flights before you have your own official flight, okay? And you just have a good attitude about it. So if somebody's being mean to you, just smile at them and continue. Don't take it personally and have a long patience, okay? And that's how I deal with it, because I just think that whatever he's trying to say to me, like for example, oh, you're not doing your job, oh, you're the first Filipina I flew with who is not smiling, and I'll just give that person a smile. Or if your purser is driving you nuts and a taskmaster and asking you to do a lot of things, you just do the things. Even though I'm really tired already, I just do the things because I know that when this flight is over, I don't have to deal with you anymore. Okay? And it's part of the job. They're the boss, your subordinate. Do your job because you're the subordinate. The moment that you've become the boss, then you can now start bossing other people around if you want to, right? So know your place. And like I said, this job is a humble job. And if you have a big ego, if you're easily triggered by bullies, you're not gonna last a long time. You're gonna quit within the first year. Okay, what a great way to start to end our life today. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to chica with me, to talk with me. I hope you guys are staying safe inside the house. I really enjoy this time with you guys. And I can't wait to see you guys next Saturday at 3 p.m. here in Philippine time. Let me know in the comments what topic you want to talk about on the channel. While we are waiting for the world to open up, let's talk about things that will help us become better persons. Okay? All right. So thank you so much for being here with me. Again, this is my book Ready for Takeoff. It's available in the Philippines. Physical book. This is 116 pages. It's a really easy read. It's so easy to read and digestible. It's not going to be a puzzle, guys. I'm going to give it straight to you, the step-by-step process that I did to help me become successful in domestic airlines and international airlines. So yeah, it's like overview of what to do to be successful. Okay, so yeah, I hope that you get a copy. If you haven't gotten your copy yet, you can check it out on SHOPEE.PH/KAYKRIZZ. You can also get an e-book or digital copy of this book if you're not from the Philippines. It's on my website at misskaykriz.com or in Amazon Kindle. iBooks is also available. And if you want physical copy but you're not in the Philippines, it's also available on Amazon.com. Okay, so Amazon has a bookstore and it's available now. If you are in India, Sonu Raj is saying, how can I order that book? It's available in India. I think I have, let me check. I have a website where it's available for, let's see. It's available for print on demand, okay, pothi.com, okay? But if you want to have it instantly, you can get it on my website. It's just a digital version. You can get it as an ebook. It's available on my website. But if you want a physical copy, go to pothi.com. It's available there as a print-on-demand book. That means when you order, that's the only time that they will print it. Okay, so I put it on the YouTube, the website. If you want to see the spelling, it's there, pothi.com. So yeah, that's in India. All right, I guess we will wrap it up. It's been an hour of nicely talking to you guys. I really enjoy doing these sessions and I can't wait to see you next Saturday. Bye, guys! River, you wanna say bye?